a verbal warning, and having it so close to Patrick when he first took it out of his holster. All of these are violation not only of his training by the city of Grand Rapids, but also on the training of Axon, the company that makes the taser. And we will talk more about that. And when you create a danger by doing something against your training, you can't then turn around and blame Patrick. And that's what this case was from the very beginning. They blamed Patrick for everything. Patrick, because he resisted under federal law, ladies and gentlemen, cannot have excessive, unreasonable, or deadly force used against him simply because he resisted. Folks don't understand that, and that is the law, has been the law. So none of this is new, and especially in a civil setting, officer-created danger has been something that our circuit, the Sixth Circuit, has talked about for years. So this is not new, and we will be talking about that and utilizing that as part of our case here, the civil case.
And I'll let you determine who this question can be posed to. Tessa Kresh from WLNS Lansing. What message do you want to send to the community, particularly other families impacted by police violence?
Well, number one, I want to again remind folks in the community that Prosecutor Becker stood up and did the right thing. And I think there are very few people in his position that would have done that. I respect that a great deal. Even though the jury did not convict nor did they acquit in a case like this, in this case at least, again, he deserves full credit for standing up and doing the right thing. Relative to community violence, Commissioner Womack has done a great job and has been a voice of reason, and I would defer that to him.
I would just like to tell the city of Grand Rapids, the entire community, that our American justice system, even though there are still some flaws, that we have attorneys working daily trying to fix, and hopefully more politicians, we still have an American justice system that gives families and defendants an opportunities to present their case. And I'm just thankful that this community chose to follow that direction, because burning up the community, the violence, none of that could have brought this family justice. And I think the family is closer to justice. We're going to continue to support them, and we need the community to support them in that peaceful way as we stand by the Lyoya family.
And I think it's important for the community and on both sides to understand there's a right to a jury trial. That happened here. The trial, Judge Mims did a great job, and her staff, very difficult, very high exposure case, did a phenomenal job. There was a fair trial here to both sides. The jury decided by not deciding, in essence. But again, you can't say there was no justice. The jury disagreed on what the evidence meant in terms of guilt or acquittal here. That is part of justice. So in terms of justice, although it may not be what the family and we believe the evidence supports, we respect that this is part of justice. And again, justice will be further defined in the criminal setting by Prosecutor Becker if he chooses to go forward. If he doesn't, that is his decision. And certainly justice will prevail, we believe, in the civil courts here in the upcoming next year to 2 years.
Question from Matthew Witkos, Fox 17, Grand Rapids. To Patrick's parents, what went through their minds hearing Schurr's point of view during testimony?
Dorcas, please, Israel.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mama Dorcas. Hii swali ya chini wanauliza saa nani Schurr alikuwa na panel témoignage yake. Kitu gani ndio ilienda mu mafikiro yako? Ni nini ndio ulikuwa unajisikia saa alikuwa na panel niko naenda kutemwanye pale mbele?
Yaani nimejisikia vibaya, tena vibaya sana. Kwa maana alipoenda pale mimi nilifikiria kitu cha kwanza chenye ataanza nacho labda ni samani.
I felt bad, because very, very bad, because when he went there the first time, when he went to testify, my heart was bleeding. And the first thing I thought he would say coming from his mouth was going to say, I'm sorry to the family, to apologize for what he did wrong, but he didn't.
Lakini niliona kama vile ni mtu alikuwa hajali na alionyesha tu kama sawa vile hakuwa mwanadamu mwenzake, ni kama vile ameua kuku tu yenyewe. haina mwenye nayo.
And it seemed like the way that he portrayed himself, it was like he had no remorse, he had no guilt, he didn't care that he took the life of a human being. It seemed like he only killed an animal. That's how he presented himself, because basically he did not show any emotion that he was wrong for what he did.
Peter?
Kwa ngambo yangu mimi, wakati nimemwona wanamweka ule muuaji Christopher Schurr pale mbele, kwa kweli nilikuwa najua kama ni binadamu na aliona amefanya makosa kuua mwingine binadamu. Nikawazia kama ataomba huruma kwa familia, lakini niliona hakujali na alikuwa kama ni mtu mwenye furaha, hakutimizika hata na kitu chochote kile.
On my behalf also, when I saw him coming from up front over there to testify, I thought as a human being that he will feel the remorse, he will feel the pain that we went through, and he could apologize. But no, he didn't care. And also he displayed like he was joyful, he was happy for what he did. So that was really painful to me and to my entire family.
Na uongo yote yenye ametumia, nimeenda kuleta shukrani, lakini najua kama Mungu atatusaidia. Najua kama anaendelea kubeba damu ya Patrick kwenye kichwa chake.
And all the lies that he portrayed over there, all the lie that he spewed over there, I just want him to know, I just want to say thank you to God, because God will give us the justice. But I want him to know that he's still carrying the blood of Patrick on him and is responsible for the blood of Patrick. Thank you.
Another question for the family from Michael Cranston, I'm live. After today's verdict, are you concerned there won't be justice for Patrick, even if the case is retried?
Peter, wanasema, après décision ya jury leo, eske muko na shaka wasiwasi ya kusema se kama Patrick atapata justice hata kama bananzililie kesi mpya?
Mimi siwezi kuwa na shaka, kwa kuwa kwa kusema na amini kabisa mbele ya Mungu Patrick, juu ya kifo cha Patrick, najua kama mpaka mwisho tu tutaenda kupigana na tupate justice ya Patrick. Nina hiyo uaminifu kama tutapata justice tu, ingawa umeenda hivi.
I don't really worry a lot about this, because I do know that Patrick will get justice. As long that we are here, we will fight till to the end, and we will get justice for Patrick. We are not going to give up. We'll stand up and fight and believe in God that justice will be granted to us and to Patrick.
Thank you. Our last question today, directed to Ben. We know that you also represent the families of Samuel Sterling and Riley Doggett. Do you think these incidents are part of a larger systemic issue with law enforcement in West Michigan?
Do I think that? No, I know that. Proof is in the pudding. And what we have clearly is 3 different police agencies utilizing clear, excessive, and unreasonable, illegal, deadly force when it was not necessary under the circumstances. So yes, this is not a coincidence that all 3 of these things happened in a relatively short period of time. 2 of them, as you all know, in about a week, and certainly within a couple of years of each other. And it's something that we believe has to be dealt with directly, and that's the very reason why we're all here.
I'd like to thank everyone for joining today's press conference. This does conclude the press conference. Chelsea Heckathorn from Near Perfect Media will be sending out a recording of this press conference along with some other materials after the fact. Please reach out to Chelsea at nearperfectmedia.com for more information and requests. Thank you very much.